Welcome to the Hoop Tech Podcast here with another prospect spotlight with one of my favorite kids that's unfortunately not in the area, but plays with AAU team in the area. So David Lunn, 2027, 6'4" guard, Volcano Vista High School in New Mexico, correct?
Yeah, yes, sir.
As well as Team Thrill. David, how's it going, man?
Been good, good. How you doing?
All right, man. I'm living the dream. So let's get started. This will be the warm up. Just kind of running through some quick hitters. What's your favorite sports drink? What's the best sports drink to you?
Best sports drink?
Yeah.
For sure, Gatorade.
Okay.
Always.
PS5, Xbox, or PC?
PS5. I got a PS5, so I gotta go PS5.
Okay. What's the best basketball shoe and then the best non-hooping shoe to you?
Best basketball shoe this year, I'd say I like the Kobe 8s. I had a pair of Kobe 8s. I like the Kobe 8s. And then non-hooping shoe, I like Dunks. So I gotta go with Dunks.
Okay. I do have
Yeah.
a pair of those. All right. So this is a little bit different question. So you have to be able to make this meal. What's your favorite meal? So entree, appetizer, dessert, and your favorite drink.
All right, let's see. For the entree, I'm gonna do I can make steak. I can do steak.
Okay.
The appetizer, I can do, just keep it simple. I can do a salad.
Okay.
And for dessert, I can do, I know how to make like, uh, dang, I know how to make, I can do like, I can make a milkshake. Let's say that. I can make a milkshake.
Okay.
And for a drink, just like a regular drink, probably like half and half, like lemonade and tea.
Okay. So this doesn't have to be a high school environment. It could be AAU. What's your favorite basketball environment, other than the place that you play yourself?
My favorite basketball environment, I'd have to say definitely I enjoyed high school. I
Okay.
thought I thought high school basketball was fun, especially being a freshman and it's your first year playing in front of a crowd and stuff like that. It was an experience and it was cool to have them there, play against other schools, crowds too. So it was a nice experience.
All right. So two more. What's the lore behind your fake game-winning shot?
The lore behind my fake game winning shot, I'd say, you know, down, down two, clock going down, and just bringing it up the court, getting into a move, and just hitting a three.
Okay. Got you. And then the last
Yeah.
one, the last one. Tell me about your first dunk.
Oof. The first dunk was back in like, I want to say the sixth grade. And it was just like something off like a fast break. And I barely got it. And then from that, it just started to explode more. So
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a regular thing for you now. All right. So let's get into the basketball questions. So who do you model your game after?
I model my game after, I really like watching Anthony Edwards. I
Hmm.
feel like he has a nice game, a nice style of play. So I probably say I model my game after him.
Okay. So it's been a while since I've seen you play in person, but I'm going to give this my best shot. As far as strengths and weaknesses for you, I think your biggest strength is just your slashing ability. You're physical, but you're also fast. And you can get by guys and get into the paint and finish well through contact. You rebound pretty well for a guard, as well, and you're pretty dynamic in transition. I think the jumper's gotten much better. I think there's still an area for improvement there, especially off the bounce, kind of with range, and that's an advanced shot to be hitting, so that's not a big deal. Weaknesses, I think sometimes I don't think you're an unwilling passer, but I think you're kind of wired to score sometimes. And I think that, as you kind of grow within the game, you'll be able to use kind of your scoring gravity, how good of a scorer you are to draw to and then make the right play. So what do you think of that? What do you think of that analysis?
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I think it's definitely true. I think this offseason and just starting now, we've been working on shooting, building confidence. So I'd say I do pretty well off of catch and shoot, but now working in off the dribble stuff and then being able to just have the ball in your hands and make plays for your teammates and better opportunities and stuff, learning how to come off ball screens and
Mhm.
just stuff like that. So yeah.
Okay. So how do you prepare, for each game the day of, there's an hour, maybe hour and a half before the game. You kind of take me through your progression, how you kind of get your mind right mentally, because some guys are really focused, really locked in. Some people like to stay loose. Kind of what's your approach to that?
I say I like to start my day off loose, especially for school ball, like still being cool at school. But then once school is over, really starting to dial in and then focus on the game. I like to eat Chick-fil-A before games. So yeah, and then I say for AU ball, just hanging around the team. I like seeing them, hanging out with them, making memories, and then just playing is just going out there and just doing what you guys got to do and having fun with it.
Hmm. Okay. Talk about some differences in the game, at the high school level for AAU, versus, what you experienced in middle school. You're coming up on the end of your freshman year here.
I definitely say middle school is like a change. It's a big change. I mean, I feel like I was kind of expecting it though, especially I started playing with the 15s a little bit last year. So just I had a little example of it, but then just over the summer and over this high school season, just getting prepared for it, working harder, just making sure you prepare for the next level because the middle school to high school circuit level is just it's a pretty big difference. So just making sure you prepared and know what you got to go out there and do. So yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Talk about a time that you faced adversity and some tools that you used to navigate through that time period.
Sometimes I say the recent adversity I had was coming back out here from home and just playing with the new guys. You know, they get taller, stronger over here, and then just having to adapt to it and just playing harder, just coming out here, just having the mindset, first couple rough days back, but then just dialing back in and knowing what you got to do to help your team and doing what you know how to do. So yeah.
Okay. Tell me about your gym schedule. You kind of mentioned earlier, you've kind of got the spot shooting down. You're working on some stuff off the bounce. What parts of your game have you been working on the most? And what have you kind of added over the past year, in your first high school season?
I'd say the parts of my game I've added most to. I mean, always just keeping up with the finishing, always just working on that, new finishes and stuff. But then I started this last couple weeks, I've started working on movement or like movement threes and then just working on like one dribble pull-ups and stuff, keeping it simple, just rhythm dribbles and stuff like that. So nothing too like complicated, like side steps or anything, but just getting down to normal stuff and just working on stuff like that.
Okay. What do you do that makes you stand out from the competition? And, how do you think you'll contribute to winning, the rest of your high school career and then at the next level?
I definitely think stands out rebounding, of course, scoring here and there. Scoring, being able to score is important, but rebounding. And then big thing I've been working on is playing more defense because like if you can play defense, then you really can stay on the floor if you can play defense. So just working on defense and then just yeah, just helping the team out, diving on the floor for loose balls, stuff like that. So yeah.
Tell me a part of your game that you feel like kind of flies under the radar or, is undervalued by, people, scouts, stuff like that.
Part of my game that's under the radar a little bit is probably I'd say my defense. I think I'm a pretty good defender. I'll go up, play defense, and then just helping out rebound and stuff like that. Even though, you got bigs in there, just still helping them out, get loose balls and stuff like that. So yeah.
I think it's gonna be really interesting to see, when you play with Team Thrill this summer, how much switching you guys do and kind of what some of those responsibilities look like, with that growth spurt. What responsibilities kind of come with guarding up, a position or two. Because you're definitely strong enough to be capable of that. Um, so we're talking physical spots, what parts of the floor do you feel the most comfortable and the least comfortable right now?
I say I like getting the ball in. Obviously, like the block, the elbow is pretty nice. And then I like catching on the wings. Top of the key is cool too. So just being able to have it in multiple spots so you can kind of choose, pick and choose what you get, take what you get, and then just making it work off of it, you know?
Just everywhere but the corner, huh?
And the corner, it's cool, but like, it's a dead zone. So, but it's cool.
I got you. All right. So rank these three, as far as how you value them kind of personally. Game winning assist, game winning bucket, game winning defensive stop. So what's number one most important to you from that group?
I'd say number one, I feel like a game winning stop. I feel like a lot of people say game winning bucket, but I feel like a game winning stop is that's a nice feeling to have, I feel like. And then I'm gonna take a game winning bucket and then the game winning assist at third.
Mhm. Okay. So we're gonna kind of step away from the court for a second to answer this next one. So what do you value, in the relationships that you have with people kind of around you? Do you value honesty? Do you value leading by example? Do you, value exceeding expectations, not complaining? Like I said before, kind of honesty, truth telling. Mookie's definitely a big truth teller for sure. So what are some things that you value and are important to you?
So yeah, I say honesty for sure. Keeping it, I learned a lot of people out here keep it 100 with you. They don't really lie about anything really. And then just loyalty. I mean, I feel like, Mookie and all them Woody, Coach Mike, Tony Durant, all of them been there. Coach Nadi, they all been there from the start. So just having them help me out, we go through bumps and everything like that that everybody should go through because they just want to see you succeed. But then at the end of the day, knowing that it's still your family and that y'all still one together. But just having them there, having them support you, but then also being there to help you get better. Because if you can't take them yelling at you and stuff like that, then what you gonna do when you go further on? So yeah.
Mhm. 100%. So we're a ways away from this right now, so I don't need a super detailed answer because you're a freshman. But what kind of college criteria do you have as far as the program that you eventually want to be a part of? And that's not necessarily, I mean, that could be, do you want to play in a big city? Do you kind of want to be in the country where you can kind of focus on basketball? There's not a lot of distractions. Big school, small school. What type of playing style you like the best? What type of coaching style you respond to? The best offense, defense. Kind of talk about that.
Yeah, so definitely I haven't really taken too much consideration into it yet that I have a couple years, but
Yep.
I definitely want to play, big city, small city, it doesn't really matter. It just depends on what a school is. I want to be on a team that's going to work hard to push each other to get better. And then some coaches that's going to care, but at the same time, not just have you there just taking it lightly. I want them to be pushing all of us so we all have the same goal. So yeah, just having them be hard on us, focusing on us, and just making us become a better unit.
Okay. Tell me about your interests and hobbies off the court. And then the second part to that question will be if basketball didn't work out for you, God forbid you had an injury and your career ended tomorrow, what would your plan be?
So hobbies off the floor, definitely enjoy hanging out with family, seeing friends, and then just playing video games and stuff like that. Just hanging out. And then if basketball was to fail, I always say I want to be a doctor. So yeah.
Hmm. I'm sure your mom loves hearing that one. It's a great goal. All right, so give me some of your goals. Give me some of your goals from this past season, whether or not you met those expectations, and then kind of some of the goals that you have for this summer.
Some of my goals this past season was to work on shooting, which I think I improved on, work on handling the ball more. And then one of my goals this season was to work on being a better teammate. And I think I have like upped on all of those. I think I've improved on all of them. So then coming into this AAU season right now, just still bringing a better teammate, shaking people's hands after drills, pushing them to be better, but also having that competitiveness and then being able to dap it up with them after. And then still playing defense, picking up full court, guarding, playing defense is also a big thing for the summer. And then just contributing to the team, scoring, passing, playing defense, rebounding, everything we gotta do. So yeah,
What's been your happiest moment on a basketball court so far?
I say the happiest moment on the court so far was winning state. That was pretty far up there. That was pretty nice. That was fun.
Okay. So two more questions, and then we'll get you out of here. So you might be in New Mexico, but the I don't know if we can say the DMV because people get all upset when you include Baltimore in the DMV, but I guess we'll say, Maryland. What sets kind of this area apart from the other kind of hotbeds for talent in the country?
Well, I say what sets this area apart is just the toughness that we play with. We play harder out here. You know, you got to work for everything you get. Any buckets you're gonna get, you got to work for it, and nothing's really comes easy. And we just play different. The coaching a little bit different, and the plays is just different. So we all just play tougher. So yeah.
Was that more for the DMV or was that for kind of New Mexico?
Oh no, no, for the DMV, for
Okay.
DMV.
So let's talk about New Mexico then. Kind of what sets that area apart.
I'd say New Mexico, we play. It's a little bit of a different style. We still try to play faster. They do call a little bit more fouls and stuff like that. You can't really play as aggressive, but we still try to play fast. We play strong. We still trying to move the ball, get in a good opportunity, score, stuff like that. Still rebounding, everything like that. It's just you just gotta play not as aggressive. You gotta play a little bit calmer, like the grabbing and stuff. You gotta chill on that, and then yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I lied. I have one more question. And before we get to the last one, what's something that you kind of wish that some people knew about you? Whether that's a talent, maybe you're different personality wise than you are, on the court when you're off the court. What's something you wish kind of people knew a little bit more about David Lunn?
I wish we knew. I really do. I like to. I'm a
Say that one
chill
more time.
person.
Sorry, you broke up.
Oh no, you get it. I said I wish people knew I'm a chill person. Like if you come up and talk to me in person, I'm chill. I know a lot of people think I'm just like a basketball player and then just don't like to talk to nobody, but I'm a nice person. So yeah.
But on the court, definitely a dog for sure.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
man. Last question. What is it that kind of fuels kind of your dreams? What makes you work so hard at basketball? Why do you love the game of basketball so much? Kind of encapsulate all of that. What is your why?
My why, definitely my mom. She's always been there for me, always pushing me to be better, always has my back with everything. And then just family, I feel like since she played basketball, my dad played basketball, it's kind of just been there. And then I've always enjoyed it since I was younger. So just pushing myself, doing this for us. And then, yeah, just really, yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Well, really appreciate the time, man, and really look forward to watching you this spring, this summer, and kind of going out the rest of your high school career, man.
Thank you.